there, it's Loop here again. Now last time we took a look at the corruption that the Super CPU causes, and I did learn that, you know, there's nothing I can really do about it. This time around, we're going to dodge it because thanks to the SDTIC, I'm able to basically copy all my bitmaps to that and then use it with the Super CPU, you know, without problems, because those two get along like total bros. And then I can recreate everything back to the BBT. It's a roundabout way of doing what I want to do quickly, because to leave the Super CPU behind, costs a fortune in time. And okay. Left his car here still. I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so let's just get to the clips, okay?
Yeah, look at all this crap. But this isn't what I came to show you here. In this case, this is the other problem I want to attack. One that I can possibly fix myself. Just got to wait till he flumps down and starts giggling, and then they'll zoom in on him, and then I can probably show you what I'm talking about. Now let's look at his eyes. You can see how they're just a smush, right? Because the program doesn't realize that eyes are rather important. And it's trying to get all of this grass correctly too. So it's making sacrifices, like the contours of his body. Like, why is there a piece up here? You know, who knows, right? But as we go through, those eyes are hurting. And I can show you what this scene would look like in my bitmap player. The eyes would look much better than this. Check out how clear his eyes are here. I mean, there's a little bit of flicker because the color is being updated slowly, but see how eye-shaped they are? Every frame is decent. Now, there's a little tidbit that's wrong, but pretty good, because it has to follow the multicolor character set limitations. I forgot what I was talking about. Doesn't matter. Okay, Joe. Here we have basic reading back a program file I wrote. Well, I'm testing it out. I plan to copy all 8,730 frames to a big program file that's 32 pages bitmap, 4 pages color RAM, over and over into a humongous file that I can read back with the Super CPU on at 20 megahertz and deal with there, and then write it probably to the BBT. Hopefully it shouldn't make any mistakes. It's reading from the BBT that we have problems with the Super CPU, and it seems nothing can be really done about that. It's delicate timing. Evie's got it just right for for all versions of the Commodore, but I mean, this is a 20-some-year-old special hardware device that, you know, she couldn't have accounted for, and I'm going to accept that. Now, the last thing it's going to do is set the colors properly. There we go, and that's not right. And then it should go on to the next frame. Yeah, it's doing that right now. You can barely see it eking along there. But I think I got two things mixed up, as per usual, don't I? Well. Oh, yeah. No. I realize I'm reading the bitmap here. I do have them backwards, and that's not supposed to be going on. What is it doing? Interesting. Why is it going backwards? Wow. I know what this is. That's my string. That's a string. You little creep. Look at it go. Man, I'm glad I wasn't just not watching this. Yeah, a garbage collection would fix that nonsense. Isn't it cool? This is why you set the top of basic, so stuff like this doesn't happen. But yeah, you dummy. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, this is just stupid. But eventually, this is going to read lower. Oh, there they are. They're about to collide. And then it's going to be cleaning up its mess as it goes. See? Oh, that's just wild. Okay. There's a reason for everything. This is pretty clever, though. And the string is going 2 times the speed because I have print or poke something, comma, A string plus character string 0, because otherwise you get a null, really. It chokes on a null. So you have to say string plus CHR string 0. But yeah, it's getting lower and lower. Now it'll be out of my hair for a bit. But good to know. Now I can fix this. Well, we're finally going at it. I've taken the plunge. This is writing every bitmap to the SD card. It's pretty quick, actually. Yeah, from basic with no Jiffy DOS. Well, basic is the control, but this is being done from machine language with a CMD command. Yeah, it's only 11 seconds to save 9 kilobytes to the SD card. That's still pretty quick. Nice. And I haven't used the CMD command in so long. I didn't realize that it has to be like CMD, like file number, comma, semicolon. Otherwise, it puts a stupid carriage return in there to begin your bitmap. Your 32 pages will start with 13. We don't want that. So I've got like 8K, 1K, 8K, 1K over and over and over. So I'll let this run all night. And then if it doesn't completely pooch, well, then I've got myself a humongous file on the SD card to deal with. Right now, the BackBit is disabled. Oh, no, the BackBit is active, obviously, because it has to read these, but the SuperCPU is disabled. And I have the TV angled so I can, keep an eye on things while I'm doing other stuff. But and other stuff right now is watching a Jeff Burton video, is Ferengi Friday stuff. But what I'm supposed to be doing is working on a new version of the program that will turn these into character sets. I have an idea that will give a higher level of concern to the less common colors, and in doing so should sharpen up, like the little wolfie, goat buddy, the eyes, things that aren't grass. Because really, can you tell if grass is out? But I mean, if something's screwed up in somebody's face or eye or on the contours of their body, you're going to notice it a lot more. So yeah, maybe I'll implement that. And if I do, the file I'm generating now, I can try it out sooner and faster. This is neat because it goes through and pumps through the bitmap, but then it has to dump down the new color RAM. That's why it clears up after every second frame here. Here goes 8K using the old color RAM, and then put the new color codes in and then save. Well, actually, it's saving as it goes. Everything you see to the screen, as I'm bringing it in from the BackBit, I'm doing a JSR FFD2, which, thanks to the CMD command, is spitting it out, hopefully, to the SDTIEC. After 25 and almost a half hours, we're on the final stretch, possibly less than 100 frames to go. And it's still saving, so whether or not this works or not, we'll find out if all this paid off. Now, did it lock up? I wonder. I should have my cursor back. Let's try Control 2 here. Maybe it's just blinking black. Nope. What do you suppose is going on? Poke. 5, 3, 2, 8, 0, 1. Okay, everything's good. This line 70 here is why I got the unceremonious boot at the end. It's supposed to restore the screen and then end. But anyway, We got the file. Now, what's it called? What is it called? I think I know what happens when it's a humongous file. It's going to give me a file size of 63999. Yes, it does. Next step, let's check it out on the computer. Is it actually 77 megabytes? Here, and I got to back that sucker up too. Okay. I love these guys. It is exactly the size I expected it to be. That's good. Except that size ends in a 1, which tells me the last byte might be the carriage return, you know, the print number 1, close 1. Let's check it out in a hex editor, shall we? Yeah, there it is. Big deal. I don't know how you don't squeak that in and have the file close properly. I didn't want to risk it, especially after a 25-hour job. Whatever, I'm just going to ignore it anyways. Yeah, whatever. I know the frames I got. Look at all these. Oh yeah, that's the last frame. That's why the color RAM is all Fs. It puts that there when it doesn't know what it is. But yeah, and then a whole frame of black. And then, yeah, whatever. Okay. I mean, there's you want to see what 80 megabytes looks like. Now we are redoing all 8,730 frames because it's now reading it from here, writing it to the BBT. Watch the quick blink here. Boop. And the Super CPU is obviously on. It is optimized for this video bank. It is going pretty much as fast as it can, with the exception of me turning off the sprites maybe or blanking the screen, but come on, this is fast. Well, thus begins day 2. By the time I get home, maybe it'll be done. Well, it finally stopped. I'm not sure what the syntax there is from. I don't even care. You know, it can't really be blamed for what it might have had in its buffer. But anyways, let's see what we got here. Yeah, cool. Okay, this is Character Maker 7.30. It's basically just a enhanced hack of 7.15. Just had to give it a new number, but what it's doing when I play it back, it's still a hack, but it's alternating the character set and video matrix location, so it doesn't look as stuttery. But look at this. Yay. I got a feeling, because I didn't know, right? I got a feeling that even saving in high speed to the BBT is probably problematic. And because I would have noticed these frames before and probably corrected them at the bitmap stage. But this is taken from the humongous file that I spent 2 days writing to the BBT as character sets. So I'm guessing this entire thing was a waste of time. But I did learn something, that corruption can occur during writes as well. In other words, if you want to mess with a BBT, Super CPU cannot play along. But what I'm going to try here, just to be sure, I can go back and find a frame, one of these jumbled up frames. Let's find a good one. That was trashed. Should be this one. Nah, I want one where they're offset by there. See, the ears are nasty, or the ear in the tree. So what we're going to do, re-encode this slowly. Super CPU is disabled, so this should not cause a problem. And after it's converted, hit F1, which should save it, and then I can go forward a frame, backward a frame, and if it's fixed, then I know that saving in high speed was the problem. Well, the frame isn't even done yet, but looky here, ears looking good. Yeah. Oh well. I will hit return on this and take a look at the colors, because this is actually red, right? And this is black, but Well, black might have been one of the presets. I think we have light green, pink, and black. So this is going to show a square of white, blue, cyan. Watch, you'll see the different, and yellow, which is unknown, right? Because it's not referenced at all. Well, I guess it stays on the screen for a rather long time because the Super CPU isn't in play. But my one of my 2 alternate versions, it would treat these white sections as a group all its own and handle them independently. And because there's so few of them, you can guarantee they are going to get re-put back into the image basically exactly as they appear in the bitmap because there's so few. The way I plan, if I use this method, the way I plan to divide up the colors, find out like duplicates, find them, set them to the character set, don't worry about it. But whatever is left, you add to the color of that particular, the count. But when it comes time to divide the characters up, say you have this many whites, this many blues, and lots of greens and lots of reds and lots of blacks, it'll just go one for you, 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 and alternate. And eventually the whites are going to go, okay, well, I don't need any more. Okay, well, we're not going to give you any more. And then we just... So the ones with very few are naturally going to get all that they need early on, which is likely going to be eyes and stuff. And the other ones, like there'll be lots of greens, lots of reds, lots of blacks. Well, I guess there isn't any blacks because black is part of the common colors. It'll be red and green? I'm not sure. Yeah, dark green and red. Those are the 2 that would divide up the lion's share of the remaining characters, which is about a 50-50 mix here. So it shouldn't make him look terrible. His eyes will look much better. And the grass, well, who cares about the grass, right? But the only exception to this rule is in some of the frames, he's really large. So there's very little grass showing. But you don't want to like one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you, and give the grass a big chunk that it doesn't deserve. So I can do a simple check. If there's more, grass than any other color, go ahead and do it. If there's not, leave it and just skip that frame. But because the way I've done this already, a lot of these frames are corrupted still. Thank you, Super CPU. But now I know I have learned a good lesson here. It's good for tinkering around and doing stuff fast when you're in a hurry and getting a routine working. But when it comes time to buckle down and do the data for reals, you gotta turn that thing off.
Well, wasn't that a big waste of time? Well, I'm sorry about that, but it is part of the story. And as you can see, I've been dabbling with the idea of priority coloring because I'm determined to get the eyes just right because I'm fussy like that. So in the next episode, we'll see how that works out. Maybe it'll be a waste of time too. Better not be.